A very good morning to you and welcome back to K24 this morning. My name is Mongala Mbuvi, and since it's a Tuesday, let's talk about money and finance. Of course, looking at how your wallet is performing, and of course, if it's performing really good, what you need to do with that money. Speaking of which, allow me to introduce our question of the day as we talk about property and land ownership in Kenya. I will be introducing my guests. Right now, we do have Mr. George Mburu, the CEO, Mizizi Africa Homes Limited. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you.
And then we also have another George. This is George Muteti, Senior Sales and Marketing Manager, Optiven Limited. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good, sir. Thank
Karibu
you.
tena sana.
Thank you.
All right. Basically, it's a guide to owning property in the 254. What are you doing in regards to that? Are you just focusing on other areas, but you forget the most important one, which is owning property? And do you actually own that property and you have absolutely no idea what you need to do with it? This is our question of the day. Which are the profitable projects for investing in property? Which are the profitable projects for investing in property? K24 TV across all networks, and of course right on your screen is our WhatsApp number. Let's start off with Optiven for a second. Optiven has been there for a while. You have been helping Kenyans buy property, own property, and even develop it. Yeah?
Yes,
how has that been so far?
Well, it has been a good experience, and thank you, Mr. Buvi, for having me.
Karibu sana.
Yes. First of all, Optiven means optimizing ventures. We are in real estate, and we say that our job is to economically empower and transform the society.
Okay.
We have been in operation for the last 20 years.
20?
Exactly.
Wow.
20 years. In fact, this month we are celebrating 20 years in business. And we have settled quite a number of Kenyans, both locally and in diaspora as well. And yeah, we have done good because some of the properties we have are basically residential properties. And of course, gated communities, whereby within the residential property, you find we have a commercial property as well. We have some other properties, ideally for speculation purposes. And, we are spreading our wings to the counties, but quite a number of these are within Nairobi metropolis. And it has been a good journey, a good experience, settling Kenyans, doing what we do best, to economically empower and transform the society.
Okay, nice. George as well, Mizizi Homes, you guys have also been to the show before. How long have you been in existence, and what is your scope of business as far as property is concerned?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Mbuvi, for having me once again. This is my second time, and I'm happy to meet you and also to meet Mr. George, my namesake.
Namesake, yes.
Yeah, for us, Mizizi, we have not been around for a long time. We are actually just 1 year old.
Wow.
Yeah, but the experience that we have goes far beyond the 1 year that we have been in existence as Mizizi, because we have had previous experiences doing construction and being around construction and real estate. Yeah, but Mizizi is very young, but so far we thank God for this far, and we thank God because of the real estate sector, which we have come and we have been well received. Yes. We thank God and we thank the customers, and we are happy to continue working the journey, and as Mr. George has said, to house people and also to create wealth and investment and value.
Having been there for a year, and majority of that year, COVID-19 has been a pain in the behind.
Yeah.
How has business been?
Yeah, so for us, we came just about when Corona was about to hit home. And for us, it's like a miracle because we came at that time. And people have now started to see housing in a different perspective. It's something that is a requirement. It's a need. It's not like a luxury. Before, people are just buying homes because you feel you have extra money that you need to dispose. But now, as opposed to the mentality back then, now people are investing. The first thing you maybe get a job. Yes. The first thing is to have an investment, as opposed to maybe to having a luxury car or other things. So we came at a time when also Corona came and taught people lessons.
Yes.
So it's actually ironical that you are getting to grow and to get people to come to invest with us, because now they have come and they understand our concept, and actually to bring back confidence because we are in off plan, and previously people had lost hope. And we are happy that we have come to restore back hope. And especially at this time,
Yes.
if you get an investment which is appreciating, you're able to have a home, or you can have an investment. So you are hitting one bird with two stones. Yeah, and we are happy because of our customers who we consider to be our biggest assets. You talk to any of our customers who we have delivered to in the short time, or who we are continuing to partner, they'll give you a very positive story
Yes.
of something that could have been looked at a negative way, but now being looked in the other side.
Okay.
Very positive.
All right. Mr. Mutiti, for you guys, 20 years is quite a long time. You have seen it all, not just a pandemic, but also post-election violence, the economy being unstable, and so on and so forth. It must have been a joyride or rather, quite a ride, rather, not a joyride, but quite a ride, but also a ride that has got a lot of lessons. What can you say about the trends of Kenyans in regards to when a crisis hits? Is it when we invest more probably in land, or do we withhold?
Well, thank you for that question. What we have seen so far is that especially when a crisis happens, people learn that the best place to retreat is home. Home becomes a safe haven, during crisis, especially during this coronavirus. And nonetheless, we have seen people keen on investing. It's interesting that even during this time of COVID, people are investing. People are investing because actually we have got some businesses that are doing quite well, even during this time of COVID-19. However, when such happens, we try to do our best to cushion our clients. And, like now we were running a campaign, Optiven Cares.
Okay.
Quite a number of people responded very well due to that kindly gesture, we extended to them. And we have seen, many of them invest because they are seeing that, home ownership is key. Home is the place to retreat when things happen. And not just here in Kenya, also in diaspora, we have seen, people invest.
Okay.
And because we have because Optiven is a big brand, and also the credibility out there, we have seen, people even refer others. We have seen a lot of, visitation on our website, people visiting our website globally, even during this time of crisis.
Yes.
So really, by and large, we can say that people are responding well, and I think, we can only look forward to better things. One thing we are telling people is that when a crisis happens like this, the best thing is to see how you can be able to manage it.
Right.
Rather than focus on the crisis. And because it's very soon things are going to normalize. It's going to be life as usual in a few. So mine is to thank our viewers and tell them that really we are here to support them.
Okay.
We are here to support them, and they can visit our offices. They can go to our website www.optiven.co.ke, or they can dial our office number 0790 300 300, and they can get more information on the opportunities that we have when it comes to home ownership as of free. Yeah.
Of course, those are details we'll be sharing in a short while, even as we continue the show, in terms of contacts and how you can get them. George, if I am looking at a situation right now, as a young person who's probably just come across some amount of money, what would you advise them to do? Number one, would you tell them, buy shamba, jenga nyumba, or buy shamba, jenga biashara? Maybe that biashara could be, I don't know, an apartment, or it could be ukulima. Or would you tell them, buy shamba, wekelea kwanza uone venye kutakuwa?
Sure. Yeah, so depending with the age and maybe the income of the person that we are talking about, you can give them an advice depending.
Okay.
For example, you have talked of a young person who may not have that much money to come, and maybe our houses, like for example our houses, they range around, let's say around 4 million.
Okay. These are already constructed apartments, or?
No, it's a project that we come and we hold hands, we partner together, we construct that house together.
Okay.
It's a partnership where we go step by step, off plan. You see the land being land, you see the construction coming up. You are involved in every step.
Okay.
Like you can customize. Yeah. So the young person may not be in a position maybe to get the 4 million.
Yes.
But maybe the most important thing that I can advise a young person is to build your credibility. Because whenever you go to the bank, there is the CRB. If your credit rating is good, you'll be given money, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so a young person, maybe you have 300,000. You can get a plot somewhere. That plot, as you continue working, is also appreciating. With the time, with that title you'll get, you can be given more, can be funded more money, maybe now $1 million. So it all depends with the age and where you are coming from. And maybe now this another person who is now maybe has, you can be able to raise $1 million, which you can maybe take to a circle, and you are given 3 times or 4 times
Yeah.
your
That's
savings.
about 3 million.
Yeah, that's about 3 million.
Yes.
You come and you bring. You can actually take like 4.5. You take 4.5, you can pay our 4 million, you wait for 1 year, then the 500 you can pay for that 1 year
Yes.
rent. You clear rent for a whole year. Then once you get into your house, the rent you used to pay, you start now servicing.
The loan.
Yeah, so it all depends with the position at which you are looking at.
Yes.
Then you may be a person who maybe has pension. You have your pension, you have your 4 million. You can bring that 4 million, then you just wait for 1 year. You can resell that house from 6 million, or you can start.
After I purchased it for 4M.
Yes. From 6 million, which is something practical. And actually, I'm inviting Kenyans to come and go to the ground, talk to our existing customers. They tell you the journey, step by step.
Yes.
You sell the house at 6 million, you make your 2 million, which you can be, is your income, you can actually consume it. The 4 million, then you plow back.
Yes.
Or again, you can be taking rent. You can be taking rent of from 40,000 to 50,000 monthly.
This 4 million house, just how big is it? Is it like a 3-bedroom? Is it a 2-bedroom? Is it a villa? Is it like 4 million itanipatia nini?
Yeah. With 4 million, we give you a 3-bedroom bungalow, which has all en suite.
Okay.
Yeah, and you have your piece of land, you have your own compound, and you get your own title, which again now, if you have your own title, the house is also a security, it's an investment.
Yes.
You can use, instead of even selling, you can make use
to
of
acquire.
to acquire. Yeah. So actually I encourage people, the first house, and the first step always in life is the most important. If you buy the first house, you open up opportunities which you had not foreseen.
Okay.
You may struggle to pay the first house, but after that, the opportunities that you get are
They just
enormous.
open themselves.
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Buteti, looking at what he has mentioned, there are people who will get money and they have it. Doesn't necessarily have to be a young person, but they have a considerable amount of money. What would be your advice to this person? For example, which areas are good to invest in terms of land in Kenya? Should I go back to Ushago? Probably like I come from Kitui. Should I go back to Kitui and buy a piece of land, then develop it? Or should I focus on doing things here in the CBD, in Nairobi County?
Well, that is a very good question, Mr. Mbovi. Yeah, so if someone has a sizable amount of money, what I would say is that, land appreciates very fast. There's high capital growth in land. And the best areas to invest are within municipalities. Nairobi and the outskirts of Nairobi, within Nairobi metropolis, because again, land appreciates very fast as you invest in municipalities. And, this is so true, because you'll find that 99% of those people who are, owning Kenyan economy, they have all invested in real estate.
Yes.
And, we have got a property. We have seen people invest, especially closer to cities. And, they do what we call Airbnb.
Okay.
This is an online marketplace that connects people who want to rent their homes and with people who are looking for accommodation at that particular place. And we have seen them earn money. We have seen, such people develop rental homes. And, that way they're able to get money. So the best place to invest is within a city, within a Nairobi metropolis, as opposed, to investing huko mashambani.
Yes.
Yeah, because they may not get quick returns for their money. Ideally, people want to grow their wealth.
Yes.
And when you invest, in a municipality, you can be able to grow your wealth very fast. And maybe if let's say you are looking for, bank to get money and diversify, with that title deed,
Yes.
because bank will come and value your property. With that title deed, you can be able to acquire good money. And that way, again, you can, so having a title deed, it's a security, and if the land is within a municipality, then you are good to go, as opposed to when you are not around the municipalities.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
So if say I've already invested in the metropolis, I've built my apartments, Airbnb is working out well for me, I'm renting out my apartments very well. If I was to go back to Mashambani, because we also see a lot of opportunities there that people have not exploited,
Yes.
farming and probably even building factories and so on and so forth. What would be your advice in terms of mashinani kind of investment?
Yeah, the advice would be, because lately we have also seen people want to buy properties within their counties, which is very good. So I would advise them, to invest, to invest there. And that's why even us, because of the high demand, we are spreading our wings, to the county level. Someone can get a property,
Yes.
they can do farming, and that still can have returns.
Yes.
So it's also a good idea, because lately we have seen that influx of people, asking properties within the counties.
Okay.
Yes, please.
George, a lot of people, again, have been caught in situations whereby you're told of this amazing parcel of land. And we hear it every day. Sometimes on radio, you're told, kuja Kisaju, kuja sijui sina wapi, kuja wapi. And these parcels of land are, for lack of a better word, worthless. Is there such a thing as worthless land?
That's very true. We have experienced a number of companies that have come up, and they have done massive marketing, and they have sold to people. Actually, I think a majority of people from the diaspora, because what they just see are the photos, they are not at the ground.
Yes.
Then when the person who has bought comes back home, they are surprised to find that their parcel of land is in nowhere, in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No roads, no amenities,
roads,
no water, no rivers.
Yeah.
If anything, ni mawe. Hata huwezi chimba hapo.
Ni mawe. Yeah, which is very wrong. And actually, like for us, Mizizi, we are coming to show people that there is still hope. There are people who can still be honest, because when people are honest and we are able to do a clean business, real estate has so much potential, even to make the economy of our country to grow. Like recently, in 2010, we passed the constitution,
Yes.
and there was devolution. So like the question you have asked my colleague, we would like actually even the devolved functions, now the counties, also to grow. We would encourage people, and actually I'm happy because the counties now are actually doing something they call zoning.
Yes.
And they set areas whereby people can do commercial houses, people can do such. And you find the good thing with the counties, as opposed to actually Nairobi. You get a freehold land, which you have it like forever, as opposed to Nairobi, you get a leasehold, which is 99, of which it's renewable. But when you have something which you hold like for a lifetime, there's also that comfort.
Okay.
So we are encouraging people to partner with the right people, send people to the ground, talk with people who have experienced maybe such companies, and
See for
have
themselves.
people go to the ground.
Okay.
Just don't buy. Actually, for us, we encourage.
Just a second,
go
I
to the
believe we
site.
have a call on the line. Do we have Joshua from Kirinyaga?
Yes, Mbuvi, morning.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm very good. How about you?
Mimi niko salama sana, labda wewe.
Niko fresh. Sasa, to this housing manenos, number one, allow me to correct the Mizizi CEO.
Okay.
No, rather the Optiven gentleman. That this notion that the only place where there is investment is in the cities. I think nowadays things are going the machinani way.
Yes.
Number two, I personally find this housing thing as a rip-off. You see, when you when you visit these offices and someone tells you that for you to buy a piece of land, 40 by 100 in some places, it's a 15 million movie.
Yes.
Do you know what kind of infrastructure you have in rural areas with 16 million? You have a whole piece of land, umejenga plot, and you're collecting your rent.
Yes.
And then I will want the gentleman to address the issue of these home ownership and house real estate issues as a conduit to money laundering and corruption. Because your average Kenyan movie does not have 7 million to go and buy a house.
Okay.
Even you yourself, movie today, if someone tells you that they want you to pay 7 million to buy a house, even when they tell you that they will provide you with mortgages and loans, they will condemn you to a life of servitude and slavery, whereby you'll be paying loans your entire life.
Okay.
So to me, I think unless some of these issues are addressed, especially with the kind of conmanship that we've seen in the real estate and home ownership scheme, me, I'm one guy who decides, wacha nitafute pesa wakati zitatosha nijenga nyumba. Mi sina haraka, bro.
Sawa Joshua, asante sana, nimeshukuru. Wacha maybe George atueleze address these issues before we take a break.
Yeah, it's investing in Mashinani, it's good. It's a good thing, and that's why for us at Optiven we have got properties that are at Mashinani. You go to places like Nyeri in Moiga, we have got Peace Garden there. We have got Baltimore Homes in Nanyuki. Yeah, we have got along Namanga Supai, we have got properties there. And, as you say, because it's Mashinani, most of these properties are not highly priced.
Okay.
We have got properties that are going for less than 500,000. And, ideally, and, the point here is to empower, empower the common mwananchi there. And for the journey we have been in real estate, as I mentioned, for the last 20 years, nobody has ever lost money with Optiven.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the way it says there could be dubious, and it's true. Dubious businesses there. We have seen briefcase companies. Yeah, but that is not the case with us.
Okay.
Yeah, Optiven is a big brand, and we are known as a credible company.
Okay.
That is out there, to economically empower and transform the common mwananchi.
All right, so this is what we're going to do. We take a short break right now, but when we return, of course, look at some of these briefcase companies as they have been mentioned, the cartels also that surround the whole idea of hiking prices nonchalantly, and of course we look at some of your feedback as far as our question of the day is concerned. So do not go too far. We will be right back.